Hi everyone, this is Killshot 99 Gaming. This is Fear the Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 9 complete recap. Did a little bit of reactions last night, got some good response. Actually, we got some mixed responses. As figured, I think a lot of people thought I was going to not appreciate the show, but I really liked it. Some people started out a little low, and as we broke it down a little bit, I think it kind of, it satisfied enough, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to break down some individual scenes tonight before we get too far into it. Hopefully you guys are ready to talk a little fear tonight. It is a Monday. We did something a little different on our Facebook page today. I'll talk about that in a little bit, but special shout out to the Patreon Army. Thanks for everything that you guys do. You see them up on the screen, and then we got this RV scene. I think they got themselves an RV. So, yeah, I think this was kind of to set the stage or bring back a little bit of flashbacks of Heath with the character in the RV scene. Could have been a little bit of subliminal messaging. But once again, just want to say, has anybody had a change of heart with last night? Had a chance to sort of digest the episode? Some of you might have missed the reaction stream last night. Let's do it again. Real quick, just want to get some general numbers. What'd you guys think about it? 1 to a 10. And if you changed your score today, I want to know why you changed your score. A little bit more, a little bit less. Fear the Walking Dead tends to spice it up a little bit more. I know some people start out low, and then when they watch Chris Hardwick, it's like, okay, it's a little bit better. Good. I'm seeing some. These look okay. 8s and 9s, not bad. Jim says still an 8. There were some 3s and 4s last night. Eric Beach in the house. What's up, E. Beach? Good evening to you as well. 7 after Talking Dead. What were you before, Leanne? I thought so too, Rhonda. I thought there were 3 episodes from the first half that were not my favorites. But I thought this was a good kind of set the table for me. All right, well, you know what? That's not bad. Went up 2 points once you, Angel changed it after the rewatch. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad there's a better feeling about Fear the Walking Dead today. So, if you guys caught some additional things you want to talk about, certainly get it in the stream. So last night's episode, we started out, and it wasn't the first time. We saw the opening minutes earlier in the week, and then some people got to see the preview and then saw it again. So some people saw the opening minutes like 3 or 4 times already. But there were a couple things that were really interesting to see each person's character. You know, Alicia was talking about cleanup duty, and then later on in the episode, she was not taking the time to train because she's going to do what Grace is doing, making the most of her time. Grace specifically said that to use what time you have left. So it's like sands in the hourglass, right? E Beach, I give it a 10. I give a 10 to The Walking Dead Season 10 preview. Oh, you're jumping the gun there, Eric. And I agree. Season 10 is going to be a blast. But I think Fear has a few wrinkles up. Would you have a wrinkle up your sleeve? No. Maybe that's a bad analogy. I think Fear has a few wrinkles left. I don't know if you have a wrinkle up your sleeve, but you get my point. I think they've got a few more things that they're going to surprise us with before the end of the season. Don't let your guard down. A few more landmines. I thought the landmines were great. We also got to see that Althea is not comfortable being interviewed. And Grimes on the radio, I know this is a loaded question. And I know why you're asking the question. Because you want me to entertain the rumor, the theory, right? You want me to say the M word. Just do it. So Grimes on the radio says, this is about as subtle as a grenade in a bowl of oatmeal. But who do you think is behind the messages kills? I don't think it's Madison. But there are a lot of people that do think it's Madison. And I just can't. Yes, that was a sigh. It's not because of your comment. I want to present this the right way. And I don't want to make a veiled threat. I'm in a good place with Fear the Walking Dead. I like the things they do. I still watch the show, and I appreciate the show even when I don't agree with everything they do. Bringing Madison back would be one of the few things that could make me not want to watch the show. I like the humor. I like the coincidence. I like a lot of the things they do. If they were to do that, I would lose confidence in talking about the show. Even though I'm a fan of the show, I would think that like, oh, well, what's next? Aliens beaming down from outer space, riding on unicorns with lightsabers. You could do anything at that point if you could show Madison, because I'm going to feel tricked and manipulated. If they were to do that, when I saw her, doing the things for the kids and setting a place on fire and going up in smoke, and then the whole group relocated, if they ever had the audacity to bring her back, it would be so insulting to me as a fan. So, now, I know there's people that are out there talking about it. I can't mentally embrace it. So, the question would be, who could possibly be writing these notes on the trees if there are going to be multiple notes and if it is going to be a path? Jim, Madison coming back as a jump the shark move? Absolutely. I can't justify it at all. I would say certainly Sherry, I would feel good about Sherry, and that's a good point as well. Lynn Nesvik says, who's artistic? Anybody want to earn extra credit? I've not done this yet. But if you want to earn extra credit, let's get a copy of the first note that Sherry sent to Dwight and compare a few of her letters with the letters on the tree. I mean, I know it'd be a little bit different, but some of the characters would have to be at least close. Yeah, compare the handwriting. Yeah, everybody's like, oh yeah, cool. That's why you're like CSI, Kills. I mean, it doesn't mean it's not going to be a plot hole. And I apologize if they said it or if you guys done some work in the background. So this character that they showed at the end, does this villain have a name yet? Because if so, I didn't catch it. Wes? Okay. Thank you for that, Joey. Appreciate it. I did see that somewhere, so thank you. All right, I'm just gonna throw this out there for a couple of reasons. Don't dig into this and make this a comment that's not true. He is just a guy. But because of the hairstyle and because the RV in the background, any chance that Wes could be related to Heath or looking for Heath or a friend of Heath's, something along those lines, and they're trying to sort of plant that in our mind, any possibility that that could be a story? I'm just wondering. I felt like they picked an actor that had a similar hairstyle, and then they just kind of put this RV in the background, which to me is beyond coincidence. It's not Heath's RV, but I'm just wondering if they're just trying to kind of plant that seed in our mind. I get it, Deborah. Heath was in Virginia, not in Texas. But Heath was taken by the people that we saw in Texas. So I'm just wondering, maybe this guy has a relationship or knowledge of Heath, and maybe he followed him to Texas as well. Maybe he's been tracking these helicopter stops. He did, right, Jim? He appeared to be traveling and like he's looking for something. I mean, this guy is a lone wolf. This guy's out there looking for something. Yeah, I mean, okay, I use the word villain inadvertently. I don't think this guy is a villain. I think what's ironic about Wes is the pawn of the pawn. So Logan is working for somebody, and now Wes has no choice but to do Logan's dirty work by calling him on the radio. Logan put Wes in this position. D-Slice Dime, shout out, what's up, Kills? What's up, D? We got everybody tending tonight. See, Fear was pretty good last night. I know we did the reaction. It was, those are always a little bit later. And just FYI for future, the reaction videos are always going to be like 15 or 20 minutes. So if that's what's keeping some of you from staying up late and like, okay, no, the reactions are not going to be hour-long streams. We just want to get the ideas, the concepts out there. The ones during the week are a little bit longer. So I know a couple people said, hey, this is a short stream, just completely raw, unfiltered. What do you think about the episode? What was good? What was bad? Tonight, we'll break it down into different layers. And, why I got your attention just for a couple seconds, let me go ahead and give you the schedule for the rest of the week. Tomorrow night, we will be doing random things. We'll have a Walking Dead topic with several other follow-up episodes. We had a lot of fun with random things last week. So if you like to talk about other things, it's just not completely Walking Dead, hang out with our group. Join us for that stream tomorrow. We have a lot of fun doing that. Wednesday, no stream. Wednesday, I will be refueling. And Thursday night, we'll do our bold predictions with a little, mix in of The Walking Dead as well as news starts to surface. And then Friday night, of course, Freestyle Friday. And all during the week, we might have some extra stuff. So we haven't given away any Kills coins tonight. So I'm going to give away at least a couple Kills coins. I just got to figure out some topics to kind of catch you guys off guard and mix it up a little bit. So the storyline last night really centered around the moral of the Mind story, the fact that they now feel comfortable recording everything and using it as a recruiting tool, the convoy with the gasoline. So we touched on this briefly last night, that fear is starting to do something that other shows don't do and that we've actually complained about in the past. Where are they getting the food? Where are they getting the fuel? Where are they getting the bullets? They addressed the fuel situation because, one of the things was, hey, they have all these trucks and they're wasting fuel. Nope, they got a lot of fuel. So they addressed that. They're shooting all these bullets. Well, Logan's got a lot of bullets. So the topics that we used to kind of drill down and say they're unrealistic, they're just taking that argument out of play. And they're keeping pretty solid. One thing that they are doing, though, I don't know if you guys noticed this, it's the opposite of The Walking Dead. Walking Dead is out of fuel. Walking Dead is out of bullets. But if you can give me the one word that I'm looking for that is the true opposite, The Walking Dead has something that fear might be running low on. First person, give me the answer to that question. I'm going to give you a free Kills coin. Ready, set, go. Not horses, not death. Close. Leanne Gash is the first person to give me the exact answer I was looking for. Kels, set her up on the ledger. Food. And I'll tell you why. They're giving away their care packages. The Walking Dead has already addressed the bullet issue because they're hand-to-hand. They've addressed that they have no fuel. Daryl riding around on a motorcycle, and now they have horses. Where Fear the Walking Dead has plenty of fuel, has plenty of bullets through Logan, but they're starting to inventory their food. And ration it out a little bit more. Yes, they are finding things, but I think that's going to be something that's going to come back on them a little bit. They've been given all these boxes and all these things. It might just be a matter of time before that backfires on them. So some of you mentioned the writing on the tree could be Sherry. Now, I'm not sure which episode it is. I don't remember the name, but I read the synopsis of it. And one of them said Dwight's, man, I gotta go back and find it. It was basically along the lines of Dwight's resolve will be tested. So, come on. There's only one thing that can test Dwight at this point, and that's Sherry. So when I read that, and then you guys are talking about the writing on the tree, I think there's a Sherry connection still waiting to be had, that story's got to play out. I agree with that. Julia Mew says, we need to see Sherry or all of it was BS. See, I like that, Leanne. I like the way you're thinking. Sherry's with the CRM. Now she can't go back. All right, so I'm going to give away one more kills coin here. And Leanne got the conversation. Leanne got this party started. She thinks Sherry could be with the CRM. E-Beach, super chatting it real quick, says, I would hope they would have enough stored up for 2 years. Well, that might be where Samora comes into play, that they really need to do some hardcore inventory because they're going through it too fast, giving away too fast. So, I'm going to give away another kills coin here. What major clue could suggest that Sherry is with CRM? There's a major clue that would support that argument. I would funnel that. It sounded wrong, but you guys get the idea. We would funnel that theory down. The infinity sign? Nope, it's not what I'm looking for. There it is. Julia's the first person to type it, but I'm going to give it to the first two because they were two fastest. Julia and Deborah Farrell. Kels, add 2 more to the ledger. Julia says, when she said, go away, Dwight, Deborah Farrell said, the last note. That's exactly what I was looking for. The fact that the way Isabel behaved and told Althea, disappear, the way that Isabel reacted and said, destroy all the evidence, all of those things suggest to me that Sherry, Isabel, this group is trained like, hey, if we find out, we got to kill you. Now, those of you that have been paying attention, I'm going to give away one last kills coin. So, stick around to this question. It's the last one we're going to give away tonight. Well, maybe we'll give away more. All right. Isabel was going to kill Althea because you can't have family around. Sherry might have got wind of that and kept Dwight away. Now, there's one more character that might have had to stay away from their family. The first person to type it right now would fall in line with that. So if it works for Isabel and Althea, if it works for Sherry and Dwight, then it would work for this person as well. Who's this character that I'm talking about? There you go, Brian. You got it first and foremost. A lot of people are going to type it. That was a speed round. So Brian, Rick Grimes, absolutely. We have been predicting this since the very, very beginning. Now, when we're right about something, it seems like it's common sense because we've talked about it so much. So we were the first to come out and say, Rick cannot go back Because if he does, the reason he's not, many people made that argument. Well, Rick would die to go find his family. You can't hold Rick down. Why has Rick been away for 7 years? Because Rick gets it. Because this group probably has the firepower to lay waste to all of Alexandria. So if Rick were to even give one peep, like I'm going back, Alexandria is no more. He knows what he's dealing with. And now we're getting validation through Fear the Walking Dead that that's exactly the way they do business. Exactly, Emmy. He's staying away to protect them. It's the only thing. You either be a good soldier. If you want your family to live, Rick, you are one of us right now. That's the bargain. You don't stray too far because they will send in choppers and they will level you. What's Rick going to do? Get on a horse and ride back and save all those people from Alexandria while a helicopter flies over and levels them? No. He knows the name of the game. And we needed some validation to that. And now we have Isabel and we got Althea. Well, now we might actually have Sherry and Dwight connection. We got the tree, we got the letters, we got the notes telling Dwight to stay away, and then we've got this major plot twist that's going to happen at the end. So it looks like a strong argument. CRM, not a group to be messed with. And I love the connection. The more shows they have, man, we're going to have The Walking Dead is going to tell a little bit of a story with Fear the Walking Dead with crossovers. And if they miss something and forget to tell us something on The Walking Dead, they can just plug it in the off season and then they can add it to the movie. They have some amazing resources here because there's going to be 3 TV shows and a movie, and all these things are going to be bouncing ideas off of each other. It's incredible. One of the things that we also speculated last night, if you missed the reaction video, we think that Grace is a goner sooner rather than later. We know she's potentially going to get cancer. She's just waiting. She's playing it out. They're leaving other hints. They're leaving other clues. Do the best with the time you have left. But there was one major hint last night that I think, and this is why you have to watch the tapes. Because if you didn't see the Samora tape, you would just see Grace's story and say, hey, Grace is in charge of inventory. Hey, Grace is sick. But when you watch the Samora tape that's outside of the realm of walk, you know what? I was wrong. I said they had 3 TV shows and a movie. They got 3 TV shows, a movie, and tapes. So the tapes was Samora saying that June put her in charge of inventory. Why would June put Samora in charge of inventory when she has Grace in charge of inventory? Because Grace is more than likely on a very, very short timetable. I'm not going to dwell too much on the Morgan storyline from last night, except to say maybe not everybody agreed with my it was pretty deep philosophical explanation and of what Morgan saw and Morgan's reaction. And it's one of those things, maybe they meant to do it, maybe they didn't, but it was probably something that it either meant something to you or it didn't. And for me, it meant something because I've seen Morgan struggle with the loss of his family. I've seen, he went clear. Morgan's back and forth, in and out of sanity. And he still does not have closure. And, a couple people mentioned and said, because I thought Morgan was seeing the opposite, where it was Morgan and Dwayne while his wife was out, and then it was Tess and her son while the husband was out. And some people said, well, maybe it's more simple than that. Maybe that is signifying Morgan was locked in the house as well with all the dangers around. Either way, Morgan running out there before everybody else was significant. Laying his life on the line was significant. Now, all right, there was a Fear the Walking Dead coincidence last night. I'm going to go ahead and give away. Hold on. Don't answer the question yet. There were two really big Fear the Walking Dead coincidences that only they can pull off. They do it every week. They set us up for it. One of them I'm going to give you, and that's the easy one. It was Tessa's husband being the walker that attacked Alicia and having the inhaler. Okay? They do it every week. It's like, oh, there was another one. This is going to be a little bit harder to get, but it was so unbelievable that we missed it. So give me your best answers right now of, you got to get into my mind, the most coincidental thing from Fear the Walking Dead. And when I say it out loud, it's going to blow you away. That could have been a hint. And I need you to be specific. Some people are close. Some are close. You got to give me a little bit more detail. Very close. Heart of Nixie, pretty close. A little closer, Grimes. You're hot. There was something about that. Not quite, Angel. Many of you are going in the same direction here. All right, nobody got it. We'll do this again. You know, a lot of people are saying it blew up after Morgan stepped away 5 minutes later. No, I mean, that was later. So what I thought was even more coincidental than that, I didn't see anybody type it exactly this. Morgan ran across the minefield, and a walker came at him, and he stopped exactly on the mine. So he's running step by step by step, but he just happens to not only step on the mine, but stop on a dime on the mine. Not run across it and boom. So to me, that was more convenient and coincidental that he happened to run across and stop on that exact spot. He moves another 2 inches, or he doesn't. I mean, not the explosion, the stopping, where he actually had a chance to defuse it. Hey, step on a dime on the mine. Hey, it's close, right? But Morgan doesn't die. Yeah, it was Althea that told him to stop, but he was there. And the dude was running like a full speed. A walker comes down, and all of a sudden, just on a... That's some brakes. I loved it. I mean, the whole, Luciana's got the camera like zooming in on him. At first, it bothered me a little bit, but I'm thinking, man, they're really balled into this. All right, so I'm going to revise a very bold prediction that I made. So if you guys remember this, hey, we're giving away a lot of Kills coins tonight. So I made a bold prediction about a year, maybe a little bit over a year ago. And it was that maybe Althea is related to someone. This is not for a Kills coin. But do you guys remember the connection that I had? Abraham. All right. So I'm going to revise that prediction, but before we do, I'm going to give you a chance to earn another Kills coin. Kels, I hope you're keeping up with all this. How do we know that Abraham is not related to Althea? We have proof that they are not related. Disproves my theory, but will push me toward another theory. There you go. Jennifer Flaherty, right before Kels. Kels is going to say, Kills, I'll send you a screenshot. It's on my screen first. On my screen, it says Jennifer says last name, and Kels says her last name shortly after. So, Jennifer, you came in under the radar. Last name. Abraham's last name was Ford. Al finally opened up and said her last name. And it was a pretty long last name. And it's exactly why I'm going to revise my bold prediction to exactly what Crystal Newfield says. I think they were in the same Army unit. I don't think they're related. I think there's a military connection from what I saw last night. That Abe and Althea was probably filming some of the stuff, the interviews with Abe and the doc. Tommy wants to know if her last name is Harper. Not unless she's batting 250, Tommy, for a fourth-place team and signed one of the richest contracts in Major League history. You should not even mention the name Harper and claim to be from Philadelphia. I was not going to bring it up, but yeah. So we'll push forward in the story a little bit. As I said, the Morgan story, I think it has some deeper meaning, especially when they circled back and he talked about his family. But the one thing I want to close with tonight is this Logan character. I want to get just a couple a couple word descriptions of Logan. I want to see where you guys are at with Logan. Tom says working for CRM. Weasel certainly seems to describe him. Not scary. It's aggravating. Gopher for someone. Emmy says more evil than he appears. But he hasn't killed anybody. Now, they don't kill anybody on Fear the Walking Dead, apparently. They shoot the hell out of motorcycles, but they don't kill people. Ella says, we don't know him enough yet. Well, we know that he got kicked out of a truck and had to walk back. We know that he got a black eye because he didn't deliver. We know him and Polar Bear were partners. Joyce says, Logan reminds me of Gregory. What a great analogy. You guys give this video a thumbs up if you agree, and let me know in comments you agree. Is Logan the Gregory of Fear the Walking Dead? I think that's great. E. Beach, Logan has a deal to find gas in exchange for his family. So they don't seem to be afraid to bring in some of the commonalities between The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, because they always add new stuff. Good landmine scene, rock climbing, radiation, hot air balloons. I'm just going to ask the question this way. We're all Fear the Walking Dead fans. We love the show, and we love The Walking Dead. If there was no Walking Dead to continually compare Fear the Walking Dead to, do you guys think we'd think it was a slightly better show? I'm not saying it's a bad show. I love the Walking Dead universe. But to me, it's hard to be creative on a zombie show when you already have the main franchise. But I think they've done a pretty good job of it. Alligators, Walker tornadoes, hot air balloons. I don't know. I mean, I feel they've done a pretty good job of mixing it up from time to time and keeping the same storyline. And maybe, just maybe, I'm not saying we're going to stop critiquing it because we build it and we analyze it, but maybe we're missing a couple things. Like this picture up on the screen. Old power line, RV, Logan and Wes, and a gun. I mean, not two people standing side by side. I think there's a lot of good visuals in Fear the Walking Dead that because we are anxious for that kill, that death, that villain, we're missing a lot of the background stuff. Now, the fact that they do a lot of corny speeches probably doesn't help either. That takes away from a little bit. But they are finding a way to, another question they answer. We had a problem with the speeches, and what did they do? At least I had a problem with the speeches. I think many of you did. They totally flipped the script on us. Said, you know what? Our viewers are going to complain because we got somebody walking around with cameras and we got all these speeches. We're going to make it into a documentary. And I think they found a cool way of doing it as a documentary. Exactly. They made more Heart of Nixie, but they made it to where now we're kind of interested. It's like, oh, it's a documentary, but it's a recruiting tool. Which in itself is creative. What was Fear the Walking Dead, The Walking Dead? The Walking Dead had a recruiting tool. Can anybody tell me what it was? Actually, I think The Walking Dead's probably had 3 recruiting tools. Three questions. And they also had 3 recruiters as a recruiting tool. Can anybody tell me the 3 primary recruiters on the show The Walking Dead? Close, Julia. Close, Grimes. Aaron, Eric, and Jesus. So you got 3 questions. You got 3 people. I wouldn't say Daryl. I would say Jesus, Aaron, and Eric were your 3 primary recruiters. Different ways. But Fear the Walking Dead, 2 out of those 3 recruiters are dead on The Walking Dead. Eric's dead, Jesus is dead, and Aaron lost an arm. So maybe going out and meeting is not the safest way to roll into new communities. So look at what Fear the Walking Dead did. You want to run out of gas? Oh, we got oil fields. We got unlimited fuel. You want to run out of bullets? Well, Logan's got access to that. You want to go out and recruit and worry about the dangers of recruiting? No. We'll just, we'll leave tapes and VCRs behind. Or whatever they're using to watch the tapes. They're solving these problems before we get a chance to ask the next question or to talk about the realistic nature of which they're doing it, which is a little confusing to me because they're cutting edge on some of their methods and then they're just like super coincidental with some of the other ones. So they really got me backpedaling a little bit. And I'm going to... There's one more Kills coin, Kales. You guys earn these Kills coins. You need to be here on Friday night because we got a boatload of activity. And I need you guys spending them. If you guys don't know what a Kills coin is, you're watching for the first time. On Friday night, we do Freestyle Fridays. They're open topics, and we have super chatters change the topic. And if you earn a Kills coin, you can change the topic or force somebody else to change the topic and put them on the spot. So, yeah, we're emptying the bank account this week. So we're going to wind. I'm making Kel's work tonight. You guys, do me a favor. Can you guys flash the Tim Tebow emoji for Kel? Kel's working overtime tonight. She is keeping a serious ledger. This is the absolute last Kills coin we're giving away tonight. This I promise. All right. I do have one more question, though, because it just dawned on me a second ago. So we had all these questions, and Fear the Walking Dead found a way to answer them. And there's another thing that they started doing, and I don't like it, but it's pretty much started killing the spoiler sites. So the first person that can tell me what Fear the Walking Dead added, which is almost destroyed spoiler sites, let me know right now, and I'll give you a Kills coin for your comment. This shouldn't be too difficult. Absolutely. Man Bun McCandless, first person. AMC premiere. Airing the episodes early when people used to be up till like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning on Thursday night waiting for just a little bit of spoiler news. And the fact that these episodes are coming out now on Friday has killed a lot of the work and the effort that the spoiler sites were putting into it. There's still information that gets out early, but the real good information, people have this stuff on Friday, and it's absolutely destroyed it. Now, the reason I don't like it is because it kind of boxes us in a little bit where we have to do our predictions earlier in the week. But, we adapt. And it also affects the countdown a little bit because there's been times on Sunday night that we haven't been able to do our countdown at 8 o'clock because, some genius is going to pop in there and say, "Hi, June dies tonight. Don't watch the episode." And then it kind of ruins it for people. So I can't tell my audience 100% without a doubt that they can attend because I can't prevent somebody from doing that. But you know what? I guess for one stream, we'll kind of figure it out. Tomorrow night, we're going to be doing random things. We'll be giving away more Kills coins tomorrow. There's going to be connections. There's going to be rhymes. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff. So be here tomorrow night. A quick show of hands if you guys are going to be here for random things. We get. I'm going to full disclosure. Random Things is growing, but I would like a little bigger audience on Tuesday nights because I think the bigger the group, the more fun we have. We have a huge audience for Freestyle Friday, and part of it could be on Friday, but yeah, I'd love for you guys if you guys can make time for just one more show. Be here on Tuesday night, hang out with us because the rhyme times, the connections, they're just a lot more fun if we get our full. Now, I know when we do Random Things during Walking Dead season, yeah, we have about 5 times as many people. But if you guys can be here tomorrow, hang out with us, have a good time, then really looking forward to that. Hey, want to thank everybody for being here. You know what? I got a couple extra minutes, so I'm going to do something we haven't done in a couple videos. I'm going to do some individual shout-outs. We don't get to do it all the time. But I do want to say thanks to everybody that's here and the loyalty and everything that you guys do. So first and foremost to Patreons, top left-hand corner. Patreons have supported this channel for a long time, years. You guys can see, I think Steph the Cuervo Queen was one of the first patrons we have up in the top left-hand corner. So long-time Patreon supporters. If you guys want a little bit of extra information, want to check out some things that might not be on the YouTube channel or the Facebook fan page, you can support the channel through a third-party website. There's a link down below. You guys can also see the channel members, top right-hand corner. 6-month members, you can see that. But 75 members we have on the green team. Thanks for everything that you guys do. The moderators, Emmy, Steph, Tommy, Kells. The super chatters. Just an awesome group. Green team, do me a favor really quickly. We got 2 super fans of the month. We got Hippo and we got Wilson as well. So if I can see their emojis up on the screen, we will be changing those out, having a new super fan of the month coming up next month. And I already know who it's going to be. Going to be a neat surprise. And the last thing that I want to do that I said we haven't done in a few streams is give me some quick 999s because I want to get as many of your names called out in this video as we possibly can. I'm always going to miss a few, but I do my best to include everybody we possibly can. So let me see some 999s. We got Joey the Gator in the house, Deborah Farrell, thank you. Samantha Coombs, thank you for being here. Leanne Gash, Christmas Girl, thank you. Angela Calors, Heart of Nixie, Tammy Heitzman, Grimes on the radio, Tom B., Marcia Derbyshire, Julia Muse, Cherilyn Tuck, Jan Stepp, Two Hands in the Radio, Roxanne Dunlap, Maria Favada, thank you. Crystal Newfield, thank you. Chris Robinson, Jennifer Flaherty, Becky Still, Bryn Gilligan, Rolex is in the house, Ella Smith Jr., thank you. Walking Dead Nerd, Sam B., Alan Peters, Football stuff, thank you. It's been a while. Good to see you, Stefanella, Lynn Nesvik, Gina Crockett, Wide-Eyed Bry, thank you. Bobby Garcia, Graylin28, good to see you. Coco Rose, thank you. Maurice Gamble, good to see you. Deborah Cox, appreciate it. Stacy P. Oh, man, Stacy, I don't know if I can do that. You know what? You're going to be Stacy P. I'm going to practice that one. I'm not going to practice that live. I will absolutely destroy your last name. I'm sure I'm not the only person that's ever gotten it wrong, though. All right. I think I missed a few people. But once again, if I missed you, I'll try to get you included in tomorrow night's video. Hey, thanks for everything that you guys do. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out and be here tomorrow night at 9:30 for Random Things. There will be a Walking Dead topic, but you guys have also added some bands on our Facebook fan page. Looking forward to see how the voting goes tomorrow night because we definitely have a lot of fun narrowing those down. It's going to be some of the best songs of the 90s, so looking forward to that. All right, everybody. See you tomorrow night. Peace.